a little bit closer than I would have liked, but it all works out in the end here, not the be-all end-all, at the very least. So that is fantastic. So let's just keep going, shall we? Flame Wave, again, doing a decent job against our harpy friends here. And you should be just completely screwed, being constantly covered in water. Not the ideal scenario to be in when coming up against a fire mage like us here. And beautiful. Okay, slowly but surely smoothing out. And another spell book. What have we got for ourselves here today? Spellforge Servitor. Okay. I mean, I'll definitely take it. And another one. If this one has ignition, then we're going mad. Okay, Irradiate, still pretty fantastic if we're being honest. But okay, Orb Destruction is at 45%. I'm guessing Spellforge Servitor, yeah, still a long way off, but it's promising for sure. I think we can keep training Conjurations to around 20 or so, see how long that takes. And then we'll start bringing summoning in as well. Shield's also getting very close to the cap we were aiming for here today. Almost want to swap over to my Poison Staff even to deal with a single Sea Snake after our recent experiences with the Sons of Guns. But we're going to play it just the slightest bit risky here and go for it. Not too shabby. And you know what? Let us check out this requirement scroll again, shall we? I think it is going to be the Kite Shield of Protection. It's pretty solid for us at this stage in the game. We'll probably eventually, if we're going full extended, want to trade up to a Tower Shield. Ideally with, I think Reflection would be a nice brand to have on the shield so that we could keep like health regen on our amulet if and when we eventually come across that. Chances are we will in a full game here, but we've been surprised before in that regard. You know what? Let's do it. And pick up this son of a gun. Throw that bad boy on. How are all of our spells looking? Everything's still pretty dang castable. Shielding goes up a bit as well. AC up to 26. Oh, so it is just +3. So a little bit less than I expected off that, but still fantastic. Especially again, for a spellcaster, this defensive stat line is not too shabby whatsoever. And we can of course read our other requirement as well here. Ice Ring with strength +6. Don't think so. Longbow of Demand. Vocable Blink Arlec. 2 pips of cold resistance. And lose willpower. Oof. This is not a good mixture. The plate armor giving minus willpower, -5 intelligence. I mean, strength +9 is okay, I guess. But strength +9 and regen, not worth it in the long run. So here I think we just have to take the money. 837 gold is an okay amount at least. That's something. I think we will indeed do so. So we'll just pick that up now, and then let's continue exploring the rest of the ocean here. Coming up to enough money to bribe branches. Looks like money better than the 400 from the first scroll, right? Can't complain too much. I feel like either requirement scrolls money values got nerfed, or I've been exceptionally unlucky lately, because I feel like all of my requirement scrolls have been like 300 gold, 400 gold, maybe up to like 600 gold, but it's been a while since I got the huge fortune all in one fell swoop. I mean, not the end of the world here. Still managed to work it out most of the time. But a bit of a shame to say the least, you know? Also, hello, Emblema. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend here. There we go. Shoals 2 cleared. Seems like most of our uniques were just chilling in Orc 2. So don't have to deal with quite as many of them here. I don't like the position of that alarm trap next to the water nymph, so we're gonna swap gears here real quick. Try to keep myself slightly protected. Also cheese the crap out of these buddies using the plants. Not really fair, necessarily, but I don't know, sucks to sucks, my fond friends. And not too shabby. And then you are once again, by and large, just completely screwed. Beautiful. And we'll head up before the snapping turtle comes our way. Oh, hello there, my sea snake friend. Let's definitely get rid of you before we're retreating from a fight one hit away from death and run face first into you, my friend. You know what, this can be a condenser vein. Should take care of most of them. A little too early, potentially, to be resorting to the emergency measures. In fact, most of these sons of guns probably gonna die. Oh, you know what? Now that the Javelineer comes in from the top right here, no longer regret whatsoever using the condenser vein. Lovely stuff. Calculated, of course. What pushed us off? I didn't know the primal wave could actually shove me like that. That's interesting. Well, let's definitely blast the Javelineer. First things first. Beautiful, taken care of. Then you, my fond friend, should go down relatively easily. In fact, that's perfect. I'll gladly take that. Hopefully that gets us a bit of the ways towards replenishing our condenser vein as well, so by the time we come across another big ol' encounter, we're in a decent spot for surviving. But we'll have to see as we continue forward here in Shoals 3. Ooh, some silver javelins. I mean, right now, don't really want to be training any of the throwing skills, but by golly, by the time we get to late game, it is very nice to have a little bit of training and throwing and some silver javelins by your side, especially if we do end up going through a ziggurat or two. Could be interesting. 1 enchant armor. I'll use that on my shield for now. It's, again, tempting to keep it around since we will very likely be moving over to a tower shield at some point in the future. But we'll worry about that when we get there. Should probably be trying to escape this net a little bit in advance here instead of waiting for when things are at their worst and it's a complete emergency, but there we go. Why ever struggle to get out nets when you can instead have a friendly Windrake do all the work for you? Beautiful stuff. Don't think there's anything I can hit these buddies with that's fire right now, because I was hoping to get a bit of steam action heading that way, but that is fine. Instead, Yas one of these, at least taking care of the one merfolk. Beautiful. Harpy's a little bit more of a pain to deal with here. There we go. If we get magic, which we do not, we do get haste though. So I can start there. In fact, I can just immediately do another potion petition, gain heal wounds and magic. There we go. That's the ticket. Plenty of steam for all here. Beautiful. That's why it was a little bit risky to run into and through the water, rather into and through the water, but definitely worked out in the long run there, just for getting that extra bit of damage. I would like these throwing nets, now that you mention it, game. Do I just drop the scale mill for that now? Could also staff conjuration, could get rid of for the time being. We can always pick it up if we so desire by the time we get a little more up there in terms of conjuration spells. Speaking of, right now conjurations is our only skill on, so it should start to improve at a much better rate here. Getting pretty close to both Irradiate and Orb of Destruction, so that's wonderful. Orb of Destruction being the big one that we want up and running here in the near future. And unfortunately, we can't really use Scorch to good effect with all the water spirits around. But on the flip side, if our avatar friend just makes themselves available to our fireballs, it's not the end of the world one way or another. So all is well that ends well here, and we'll just keep blasting. Beautiful. Yeah, we gotta be getting pretty dang close to finishing off this layer of shoals. Indeed, it does seem to be the fact here, seem to be the case. Oh, hello there. I didn't even see you, my avatar friend. Well, that's a pain. You know what? I think we will swap over to flying just so that we can start heading a little bit towards you. Jeez Louise. Not great here so far. Definitely need to pick up the pace in terms of damage, or I could... Nope, never mind, only 2% chance of charming you. You are not one to fall to some fancy framed words here. 67% chance to hit you with acid, I think is worth a shot. And there we go, finally. Using a few more Ice Blast charges than I was hoping to. Oh, but look at that, we do replenish some of the acid charges that we've used recently. Oh, looks like our cloak also is now unwearable. Yes, our tail has grown a bit too long here, a bit too far. So cloak can go. That helps out with the inventory management side of things for sure. And let's definitely not explore in the deep water. That's how you run into a kraken and completely regret all the decisions that have brought you there in life. I think I will keep the willpower and flying on though. That's actually a pretty decent combo here for Shoals that I've been overlooking. And okay, the little cove-based Shoals 4 is probably not too bad for us to deal with. Oh, also, laptop is finished updating, so I'm going to take a quick moment to just pull up the dashboard here so that I make sure I'm not completely cutting out for all you lovely folks or anything. There we go, fantastic. But okie dokes. Where do we wish to go? Do we want to head up to this one that we saw a few enemies in? It's looking a wee bit sketchy for sure. Top floor of Shoals also has an unexplored island I needed flying to reach. Ooh. And I will have to make an effort at some point here to head back that way. In fact, let's check it out now, shall we? It's unlikely that there's a kraken in Shoals. Would you look at that? Oh, silly me. Let's definitely take a peek here, shall we? In fact, if you could come into water. Steam Merfolk is, again, very much in this time of year. Okay, so it was just a wee bit, but hey, still worth checking out. Could have completely changed our life for the better. And we'll head over to this stairwell as well here, try to get a bit more of a comprehensive, holistic view on the 4th floor here before we make any real commitments for our approach. In fact, we can sit here and heal up, and this little cove is a little bit better for us here, a little bit closer. Don't love this, but at least we can once again get the steam going here. It's getting hot in here and all that good stuff. Fantastic. Then we can just run back for a quick heal between bouts. And yeah, if you just want to chill there for a second, my Javelineer friend, beautiful. Does mean we miss out on a couple javelins. Hello there. I didn't see you there, my turtley friend. At least this time around we have much more dry land to deal with, so that is beautiful. And yeah, I don't know, maybe we just launch some fireballs and see how that goes. Scorch is unfortunately not taking effect. Was hoping to potentially get a bit of extra fire damage going your way, but hey, it is what it is. And we'll just keep doing a bit of ring around the rosy here. Holy moly. I think you're like 50, right? So low chance you murder me on one attack there, but still less than ideal. Jeez Louise. Okay, and we'll just get the heck out of dodge. That's always a fun surprise when you realize you've left enemies behind on a floor, but let's try to head somewhere else. And how can I deal with these sons of guns? Is where it all comes down to. Oh, I hate seeing them come at me through water. That is less than ideal, shall we say. But we can probably afford to launch a couple fireballs. In fact, let's just keep on keeping on for the moment here. If I can keep you steamed, I think we're in a decent spot here. Even if we take a little bit of extra damage in the process. Let's get a few of you. Wand of Flame is not really going to be used much beyond this stage in the game, so I'm kind of happy to just keep stacking it up to keep the steam coming. Gosh darn it. Let's go with heal wounds. If I can get you onto dry land here. That's not dry land. There we go. Much better. Then we can outrun you just a wee bit here. Get a bit of extra ground going. Final fireball. Beautiful. There we have it. Still one more scary alligator boy. So let's maybe head back to where we left you, my friend. Oh, there you were. Come right this way if you could be so kind. And anyway, we just start blasting. And now we can maybe go back to the old song and dance here, the plan that we originally had for taking care of you, my friend. Hopefully without interference from any unforeseen foes here. But we'll see how it all goes. Jeez Louise. Just don't deal that much damage against you. There's gotta be a better way. Maybe something like this. Double flames. Get you vulnerable. Fireballs? Oof, oof, oof. Oh, there's an unexplored island down here. Oh, that's not good. That's kind of terrifying in its own right. Well, let's at the very least move somewhere that I'm kind of able to deal with this son of a gun when things go horribly wrong. There we go. Now I'm home free again. Oh, geez. We have fun here, folks. Let's ice blast you a couple of times. There we go. Finally making some forward progress. But that kind of explains where the unforeseen alligator turtle came from. Let's definitely finish exploring this zone if we could. That should be much safer. There we go. Again, still don't want to explore the open sea too much. Seems to just be asking for some Kraken friends to show up. And we'll head upstairs to heal real quick. Not too shabby. Holy moly. Definitely rode some pretty high highs and some pretty low lows so far in the run here. Which, again, not a bad thing. Generally, you want just enough lows to keep your mind in check here, to make sure that we're not getting too lazy with our survival attempts. So I can't complain too much at the end of the day, and hopefully we have what it takes to continue to make it through the rest of the run here. Definitely head up as we start to gather a little bit of a welcoming party. Ooh, and the Windrake can blow up off the stairs, so I think that warrants a quick escape. Just get the heck out of dodge here. And you alone, my friend, should be no problem whatsoever. Beautiful. And again, if merfolk decide they want to continually stand in water for the course of our fight, I'm not going to complain whatsoever. Also, hey, what the heck? Suddenly randomly pick up the rune. I did not expect it to be that close to our entrance, so how about that? Definitely interesting to say the least. Do I even bother fighting the rest of these? I feel like I'm kind of needlessly risking my life. Nah, but we'll try it out. I say as Alt-Tab tries to protect me from myself. Oh, there is an artifact amulet in here, it seems. That is beautiful. And give me regen, acrobat harm, and a whole lot of positive energy. I think that's gonna be a no from me, though I do kind of hate our current Spirit Guardian. Harm is just terrifying. At this stage in the game where we're starting to take a bit more damage than we'd like, it's definitely been a bit sketchy as of late here. Yeah, I think we will play it safe for the moment here and just leave by the wayside. Stop that auto explorer. No more auto exploring, I think, on Shoals here. That's definitely a quick and easy way to get myself killed if I'm not careful. +6 rapier speed. Huh, didn't even notice, my friend. Let's see, do we want to continue exploring down here a bit? This doesn't seem too bad for the time being, for at least this very moment in time. And if we can get a bit more experience under our belts, that does go a long way. Oh, Merfolk Javelineer was somewhere. Well, I wasn't paying attention whatsoever. Let's see how our spell rates are coming along. Orb of Destruction is down to 22% failure, so that's getting really close here. And as soon as that's castable, I probably do want to pivot over to Summoning, because Spellforge Servitor and Orb Destruction is a big combo. I mean, Irradiate, also very strong, specifically in Spider, which we will be heading to soon. Everything's low health and evasive. So having some unavoidable AoE around us probably keeps us alive. That might be a good idea, actually. As Conjuration gets high enough for Orb Destruction, it'll probably only require like a couple or a few levels of Transmutation to get Irradiate as well. So probably will end up taking that path. Again, I break my only rule. Start auto-exploring in Shoals here. And there the Javelineer was. Do I bother? What else could we do here? So Orc 2, we left Rupert behind, which I'm still not feeling super comfortable with that encounter. We could start Spider. I mean, at least we have natural or like innate see invisible on our antenna, so ghost moths are going to be a little less of a pain in the butt than they usually are. Still not great probably, but a smidge better at the very least. Alternatively, there is a little bit of D15 to finish. So we could go that route. For a second, my brain was like trying to remember where we left unfinished business in the dungeon, but that was originally when we found Joseph. We left them behind, but we did already go back to kind of clean up our work there. So unfortunately, the options are starting to narrow down here. Almost no choice but to get a wee bit tunnel visioned. So, you know, I am tempted to continue moving forward here a little bit. A Ring of Ice. Probably a good idea to get some form of cold resistance on me. You know what? This mace, sweet as you are, I think can hit the hay for now here. Definitely just blast you, my friend. Let's pick up the remaining change that we left behind. Also, I guess, why not grab the heal wounds? And dang, no treasure there. I was definitely hoping that everyone would have abandoned some wonderful treats for us, but hey, it is what it is. And then with you, my friend, we can definitely just start torching. And Not much to do about nothing. That's our third file of floods so far this run. Okay, I guess it is what it is. And then we're left once again. Do we want to head up here and deal with this room? Mayhaps we will. Fine steel ring. Artifact ring could be huge. Huge if true. And for now, we can keep blasting. Don't love how much poison is coming down on us, but we do have enough curing. Oh, actually, yeah, I guess we do have to be a little bit careful about using too much curing, because that is definitely going to be very important to us in going through Spider as well, especially when we add confusion into the mix. Dang. Ring of Strength +6, See Invisible, which we already have, and Stealth, which we don't use whatsoever. Not ideal. Could come back for it at a later date. If we end up, like, for example, swapping into a really heavy armor set, then sometimes that strength bonus is worth its weight in gold. But for the moment here, I'm not too concerned about it. And that's most of Shoals taken care of, so I think we are relatively safe to just get the heck out of here, shall we? Only used, you know, a decent chunk of our fortune in the efforts to make it through, so it's not the end of the world here. I guess a demon trident is an interesting option to potentially take Moon forward. We know that we have a lot of brand weapon scrolls, so we could just brand this thing over and over again until we get something good. I think we don't have to worry about it for now, at least, since we currently are still just training up our various magic. If I go to D14, let's try and remind ourselves, why did we leave D15? What terrifying wonders await? Okay, there's the wizard, stone giant. Stone giant we should be able to deal with now, even with 88 health. It's not the end of the world. You're still more vulnerable to fire? How long ago did we leave you here? Come back hours later in game and... Okay, I guess it is what it is. Far be it for me to tell you how to live your life, my troll friend. And otherwise, we should be able to blast our way through the rest of the area here without too much trouble. I mean, a hasted ogre, slightly terrifying, don't get me wrong. But nothing we can't handle here today. And more of the same, beautiful. Ring of Magical Power we'll probably say no to for the moment. Not too worried about that. Dispersal Trap, more of a pain in the butt than anything really truly dangerous here. On the other hand, getting a few too many fire elementals, and the elves that summon them, unfortunately, not really showing up here. So, you know what? I will, in fact, just try to run for the stairs and then immediately be cut off by our stone giant friend. Jeez Louise. Let's maybe slow down a bit here, shall we? What should I do about you? Start off with acid just to soften our friend up. 45 damage is a bit of a hit to take for sure, but not the end of the world. And perfect, the stone giant decides to throw a rock instead, so that kind of works out. If they throw too many, we're still in trouble. Stop that. That was my way of asking nicely, or implicitly asking. Maybe not so nicely, it wasn't that polite at the end of the day. So, you know what? I take it back. Stone giant, completely understandable. I apologize, and hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Some more silver javelins for us, and let's see how things are looking and how things are feeling on this side of D15. At least we have some unavoidable magic that we can send off towards these Tengu buddies. Buckler of Reflection. We lose quite a bit of shielding, but I would love Reflection Brand. So base rating goes from 8 to 3, and +2 to +1. So we essentially go from 10 to 4. But we have a bit of extra shielding from our ice shield mutation, or frost shield mutation. And reflection would go a long way. I know, I guess the extra 3 AC has probably also been doing a lot to keep us alive up till this point in the game. And, you know, yeah, we will start running now just because lots of rocks could come my way. And things could get dire before we know it. In fact, I'll probably just leave there. Turns out Stone Giant's still hitting a little bit harder than we would like here. Oh, but there's our wizard friend. Perfect. If you could please, yeah, just walk in range. That's lovely. We'll just blast you both to bits here real quick. I think I can even potentially step up to you, my friend. Beautiful.